Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Rafael P. Roman. The newly proposed multi-billion-dollar plan to rescue our city's decaying and often unreliable subway system is proving to be a key issue in the New York governor's race. While Cynthia Nixon has unveiled her own plan to fix the subways, Governor Cuomo has endorsed the proposals outlined by the new president of the New York City Transit Authority, Andy Byford. At an estimated cost of $19 billion and with a timeline of 10 years, Byford's plan focuses on modernizing the signal system, improving wheelchair accessibility, and restructuring the authority's management. Under the plan, entire lines would be taken out of service on overnight and weekend hours to accommodate the upgrades, a frightening prospect for many New Yorkers. And joining us now to discuss the proposal and its potential ramifications for all of us is Benjamin Kabak, the author of the Second Avenue Saga's blog, which keeps a close eye on the underground politics of our subway system. Ben, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get to the political ramifications, explain to us a little bit what the plan actually entails, and does it hit all the critical issues facing our system?
Sure. So the plan really addresses a problem the subways have had for many years, if not decades at this point. It's not a very modern system. It's not based on current technology, and a lot of the problems that New Yorkers experience on a day-to-day basis is because the system is so old. The signals break down. These are signals that were built in the 1930s or earlier. The parts are hard to come by. They're kind of held together with, Scotch tape and a little spit at this point. And what Byford's plan does is really address that problem. It says we're going to attack this. Instead of doing it in 40 years like the MTA said it would take, we're going to do it in 5 or 10 and really fix everything. There might be some pain in the interim, but that's sort of the centerpiece of it.
Well, we'll talk about the pain in a second, but let's talk about the 10 versus 40. He's saying what he plans to do, as you just said, in 10 years, what the MTA has said, it will take 40 years.
Yes.
Why the disparity in those timelines, and is it realistic?
That's a good question. It's hard to say. The plan itself that was put out a couple weeks ago was a little light on the details as to how they're going to do it in 10 years versus 40 years. But I think the general approach is that if you take more of the lines out of service for sort of concentrated periods of time, you can go in and sort of attack them, and you can get this work done faster. It will require people to have to make adjustments to their rides.
So how tough will that be? Those disruption
That's
will
a
be?
good question.
If it happens, of course.
If it happens, that's the key question. We don't know yet. I think people will find that weekend service might not exist at all on some lines. These days, you're sort of used to juggling various service changes, but I think they might just say we're shutting down this line, from Friday night until Monday morning.
It's not like it hasn't happened. I live in Brooklyn. Sure. I depend on the 2 and the 3 to get me to Manhattan. They haven't run on the weekends for what? For about a year?
A year and a half.
Yeah. So I think, and New York pretends that people don't work in the weekends, right?
Yeah. I mean, it'll just be a challenge for a lot of people's commutes.
Are there contingency plans in the proposal?
They didn't get into the details of the contingency plans, but they've talked about substituting bus service, which is always not particularly satisfying, adding service on other lines to pick up the load. But people are going to have problems with their commute.
So does the $19 billion price tag, does that seem like it's right?
I think it seems like it's right. There hasn't been a dollar-to-dollar match on what everything's going towards, and there were some other numbers thrown around. Somebody mentioned 31 billion for 10 years, 19 for 5 last week. It's a lot of money. It's a big ask.
Yeah. So what do you make of the governor's initial tepid response to the proposal by the guy that he put in place to make the plan?
I was disappointed by it. As you said, he brought in Andy Byford to fix the subways. You had to know it wasn't going to be easy, and you have to know that Cuomo, who's famous for being a micromanager, knew what was coming before it was announced. For him to sort of distance himself for a week from it was a bit disappointing.
Why did he do it, do you think?
I think he just doesn't want to take on the political risk in a primary and an election year of saying, we're going to shut down the subways and you guys are going to have to live with it.
Yeah, but what are the risks of not doing anything in a collapsing subway system?
Much greater.
So what finally pushed him to do it? Cynthia Nixon's becoming public with it?
She went forward with her plan saying, I'm going to support Byford's plan. I'm going to support Bill de Blasio's millionaire's tax. We need to fix this. And it sort of made him say, all right, we're going to fix it.
Okay. So Byford comes directly from Toronto, before that in London, where he's supposed to have really upgraded both of those systems. Yes. What do we know about him that will tell us that he can actually weather the political storms that are coming?
But Toronto is not a very easy city to work in politically. No. They've had their firebrand mayors. They're dealing with their own brand of politics, and he seems to sort of be able to rise above it a little bit. His approach is to say, I'm here operationally. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. I'm not here to fight the political fight. You guys handle that, and I'm just going to tell you what you need to do, and hopefully you'll support me. I think it's a very smart
And you mentioned
approach.
that the governor was a micromanager. If this plan happens, any possibility that he'll let Byford do what Byford wants to do?
I hope so. You know, I think Cuomo's legacy will hinge on it a little bit, and if he can sort of overcome the fact that there's going to be pain, people would view him down the road as the guy who really let the subway system fix itself.
So finally, probably nobody knows better than you, nobody can guess better than you. Is this going to happen?
I think it will happen. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be some fights between downstate legislatures and upstate legislators to fund it. I think you're going to have to see people pulling Cuomo to get there, but I think ultimately it will happen.
Okay, well, Ben, thank you so much. I made it in time riding the subway for this interview. Maybe in 10 years, we won't even have to worry about it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.